Hello, Virgo Sun, Taurus Rising. It is time for your year ahead reading. But let's start off with a little bit of astrology first. With a Taurus Rising, this is what you show to others or how others see you out there in the world. That would be somebody who can be stubborn, or at least you appear stubborn on the surface. Somebody who is very much a little bit dedicated to their home life, or they like to be comfortable. So you may wear comfortable clothes. Um, Sweats over jeans would be your preference, I would say. You're somebody who would also prefer to stay home and entertain rather than go out to others. You're very comfortable at home. You also have appreciation for some of the finer things in life. Sensuality may be something that people use for you or have noticed about you. You could also be somebody, the typical Taurus thing, who really appreciates food in all of its forms. You could be somebody who's become a real connoisseur or somebody who has specific snacks that they like to have. And you may get frustrated when they change the formulas or eliminate that snack too. Now, with that Taurus rising, that means your sun is most likely, not in every case, but most likely in the fifth house, which is the house of creativity, of things that you're passionate about, that fire you up. With your Virgo sun there, you may have a lot of different things, creative areas that you're interested in, because Virgo is a mutable sign and you can change your mind. You're not fixed in any one area. So you may like quilting, and then you might want to go into painting, and then you might want to go into bowling, or maybe it's something that's health related. Maybe it's yoga for a little while, and then it's running for a little while, and then it's strength training, and you cycle through different things as your mood, as you feel, whichever one's drawing the most curiosity, the most, whichever one's pulling you the most at the time. But you may not be likely to stick to any one for a very long time. You will know a lot about all of them because you like to get into the details so you can see the benefits of all of them and the drawbacks. But you're still going to go for the ones that get you the most excited. And again, that's going to evolve, I would say, maybe even every quarter or so for you. All right, let's get into your cards. I'm going to pull 12 cards, one per month. You can choose August or September as your starting month, or your birthday as your starting date. Or if you're reading this down the line in the future, if it feels right for you, you can choose the month that you read this or the month after you read this as your starting point. And that is up to each individual person to decide. Trust your intuition when it comes to that. I did not intend to shuffle again, but we're going to because clearly I was guided to. All right. Now, let's get your cards out and begin. So, again, just labeled months 1 through 12. So, month 1, 2, and 3. Month 4, 5, and 6. Month 7. Again, yeah. Month 8 and 9. Month 10, 11, and 12. And on the back of the deck, we have the 10 of Cups. So I'm going to take a moment to look at the overall spread and see if any messages pop through. And then we'll get into the individual cards. Okay, so one of the primary things that popped out to me is that there are no coins or pentacles in your reading, which indicates that things, your home, your finances, your career may be very stable, or there are no concerns or worries in that area for you in this next year. This is going to be more about the way you think about things, your beliefs, or things that you're learning, or your emotions. And maybe it's learning how to take care of yourself from an emotional perspective and shifting ideas on what that means to you. Okay, so let's get into the individual cards. Another positive indicator for you is this card on the back of the deck, which is the 10 of Cups. This is the happy family card. This is a card of emotional fulfillment, of feeling connected, of feeling supportive, of feeling the love of family and friends. whatever that means to you. This is an area that's solid. And you have no doubts in that area for this year. Again, you're starting here or beginning here with a very strong baseline, if you will, for this next year, indicating confidence in a lot of areas. So let's get into the individual cards and see what comes out, what your challenges may be, or what you need to be aware of as each month comes up. Okay, stop. All right. We're beginning off here with a bang with the High Priestess. Now, I say a bang, but the High Priestess is more internal. This is your inner self. This is connection, how you feel about connecting with the energy of the earth, with the energy of the divine, with your higher self, whatever that is to you. That connection between yourself and those energies are going to be your main focus here this month. It's going to be very important for you to feel connected spiritually to yourself and to whatever deity or earth, whatever it is that you connect to that makes you feel fulfilled in a spiritual way. So this is taking out to time out to meditate, to pray, to connect with the earth. Maybe it's walking barefoot outside. Maybe it's sitting near a lake or a river and just listening to the water. Maybe it's spending time with a young child and that innocence of the children that are out there, or the child that you're with, and their laughter and just the pureness of their emotions and of themselves and how they interact with the world around them. Whatever that is for you that helps you feel that connection personally within yourself, that's what this month is about. Connecting with you and what makes you feel fulfilled. And this is going to feed, I think, a lot of decisions and things, changes that you're making throughout the rest of the year. So in month 2, then we have the Queen of Swords. So queens for me are leaders. It's feminine energy, so it's a little more receptive. It's definitely more nurturing than the kings, which are more objective. Swords are about communication, knowledge, information, etc. The Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has some information for you. This is somebody who needs to tell you something. And they may have been holding back until just the right moment. And they may actually say those words. We've been waiting to tell you. We needed just the right moment. It didn't feel right until now. And maybe you were emotionally unsteady or feeling a little scattered until month 1, where you centered yourself and you calmed yourself down and you're feeling more whole, more you. And maybe that's what they noticed. And now, okay, now's the time to share this information, because this is something you need to know, something that is important for your future, for your health, for something that's going to impact you again as this year moves on. I'm trying to feel if this is a professional or if this is family. And it's about a 70-30 split. 70% professional, 30% personal for all of you out there. So this could be somebody who's coming to you from a professional standpoint with some information they want you to know so that you're prepared to take the next step to put yourself out for consideration, maybe when an opportunity opens up at work. This could have to do with health information, or this could have to do with a family member, maybe even legal, something legal. But this person has some information to share with you. So if somebody's holding back, or you may even sense that somebody knows something or is not sharing something with you, if we're getting towards the end of the month and they still haven't said anything, ask them. Ask them what's up. Tell them you need to know what's going on. And then in month 3, we have the Justice card. A lot of times this could be called the retribution card. This is a card where things are put right, things come back into balance. So this could be an outstanding legal issue that is finally resolved, or some sort of disagreement where you finally get your point across. You win the case. At a minimum, you get closure on this, so it's not out there hanging over your head anymore. This could be the final year of a bankruptcy, and maybe this is the final month, where it impacts your credit even. But it's where everything comes back into balance after being out of balance for a while. And you had even, in a way, come to terms with the situation as it was, but there is a sense of vindication in having this settled at last, of having it cleared out, of being able to cut off all contact and not have to deal with this anymore in your life. A feeling of relief also. Like, thank goodness I can put that behind me now, regardless of what the outcome is. Although for most of you, it does feel like it's in your favor in some way. It's done, it's over, it's handled. And then in month 4, we have the 5 of Swords. Now, this is indicating a challenge. It could indicate a disagreement. It could indicate an argument of some type. Or again, it could have to do with information. There's also a sense or a feeling of wanting to just be right, period, and not wanting to listen to what others may have to say. You need to take the time to listen, even if you don't want to hear it. You could tell them, I don't want to actually talk to you, write it down, and then I will read it later. But right now, in this moment, I'm going to say something I may regret long term. I need a different way of having this communicated to me. Make that known. If this is something where you're tense, where you're having, you just don't want to see or talk to this other person, just inform them. It's like, hey, I cannot deal with this with you face to face. Let's communicate through email. Let's be civil about it. Let's keep it fact based and informational, and keep our emotions out of this so that we can come to some sort of compromise or agreement where both sides, at least, even if we end up having to agree to disagree, we can get some sort of civil resolution out of this incident, this issue. So you may have to remove yourself in some way from their vicinity or something like that so that you can reset yourself and not be in a more stubborn kind of a, I want to say mood, but mindset, because it's swords. And then in month 5, we have the 5 of Wands, another 5. But the 5 of Wands is more about competition. And it's wands, which is a fire element. So this is not something passionate about creativity. You could be entering something into a creative competition, maybe a state fair. This could be a competition at work for a project, or who's going to lead a project. The key advice here is to focus on your own output, on your own work, on what you're doing. And don't worry about how other people are presenting their stuff. If they're right or wrong in what it is that they're saying or doing, focus on your presentation, on your creative output. That's how you succeed here. And I'm sorry, my dog has been particularly disruptive tonight, so you may hear her in the background. She's competing with me tonight. 5 of Wands, keep your focus, keep your eye on the ball, keep an eye on your objective, on your goal. And that's how you push through this month. That's how you rise above the rest of the competition here in month 5. And then in month 6, we have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups, so cups are about our emotions. And yes, we have cups. The 8 of Cups is you're ready now to walk away from something from an emotional standpoint. You may still have to be around this person sometimes, so you can't necessarily cut off all actual contact, but emotionally, you are now disconnecting from this person or a certain situation or an event, whatever it is. You're not going to do, you're over the drama. You're not going to be sucked into the drama anymore. You're not going to get into the victim mentality anymore. You are taking charge of your life and you are removing yourself from that situation. They can think whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. They can feel whatever they want. You are not responsible for that. You are only responsible for how you feel, how you respond from an emotional standpoint. And you're removing yourself from this. So that is not a factor now in your future, in the way that you move forward, in the decisions you make as you're moving forward, and how you feel about things. They will no longer have influence over how you feel about things or other people moving forward. You are looking toward the potential in your future, and it's opening up and growing as a result, or can if you remove your connection here, or if you step away from this situation. All right. Down here in month 7, we have the Moon card. This is another major arcana card. And this is all about things that are hidden, normally hidden. Something is coming to light unexpectedly or in an unexpected way. Because things that are revealed under the light of the moon are not things you can see in the clear light of day. So you kind of have to be paying attention in order to see it, in order to find it, in order to discover it. So because now you're not being distracted by this emotional mess that you were attached to before, now that you no longer have that blocking your vision, if you will, something is going to be revealed for you. Something is going to be discovered. Um, it does feel like a secret, possibly related to the drama situation here, because you have a new perspective now. You have clearer vision, if you will. And it's going to piss you off a little bit, but not, it's more like, of course, that's what was going on. Of course it was. Of course they were not giving me the full truth. That feels like the energy of it. Well, at the same time, thank goodness I don't have to deal with that anymore. Thank goodness I know exactly what was going on now. I have a much clearer perspective. And going forward in life, I need to make sure that I'm not just accepting things at face value when it comes to this type of situation. I need to ask the questions. I need to look deeper. Even if the other people or whatever is involved, even if they get upset, trying to manipulate you to get upset and stop asking questions, don't stop asking the questions. I will not stop asking the questions. I am a Virgo sun and I have questions. I need the details. You'll be digging for them. Some people are going to resent this, but that's okay. This isn't about them. This is about you making sure you're clear on what's going on and you have all the deets so you can make an informed decision. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups here in month 8. This again is Queen energy directly under the Queen of Swords I see here. So she is much more around, again, the emotions, but it's also a queen, very nurturing. She can also be very manipulative because she understands how to trigger people if she wants to. She's also very good at calming the situation down. She can sense the undercurrents of emotions in a room. This feels a little bit like you in some ways. A little bit atypical, but it feels like for some reason, there's a sense of emotional maturity here maybe that you haven't had in the past as a result of these 2 months here of discovery and saying enough is enough, and then discovery and understanding and recognizing what you need to for that emotional fulfillment, to feel, to invest in other people on an emotional level going forward. So there's that aspect to this. This also feels like it could be a very supportive, a good friend of yours. Um, they're like your counterpart, where you're much more in you're a homebody, but you're also very practical in a lot of ways while still creative, but you're very grounded. And this person may have a lot of water energy. So I'm thinking Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Um, and you just balance each other out. You may get exasperated sometimes with them. This is not the person here or the situation. It feels more like a situation or a group of people, but you're this like maybe even a committee or something. You're like, enough is enough. I'm tired of having y'all bringing the drama in and making decisions from an emotional standpoint instead of a practical, logical standpoint. So that could even be what this break here is back in month 6. But this is that like that emotional quirky friend. People would not know. You may have been friends forever, or somebody where you just click. Maybe you met through work, and you may have a very dry sense of humor. Um, they don't necessarily, but you just get each other and you laugh at each other's jokes, even though you're very different. But so this feels like a good friend of yours who's there to just support you and hang out with. Maybe you're doing something together. Maybe you have plans for a vacation or something, or maybe you're just venting to her about all these things and the secrets that you learned the prior month. And this could be somebody again that you don't see very often, but when you meet up again, it's like you've never been apart. So you're just catching up. This feels like catch up month with the bestie. Hanging out, maybe having a couple glasses of wine or your beverage of choice, exchanging the gossip, catching up with each other, having a good time together. Maybe you're watching some sappy movies, possibly at the insistence of your friend here, but just enjoying each other's company. Hang out. So take time to spend with that one friend that's like that for you. And then in month 9, we have the King of Cups. So this is like a power couple here. So if your friend happens to be married to also another water sign, probably, um, have we had a king in here before? No. Kings to me, so that is the masculine. Queen is the feminine, king is the masculine. It's definitely more objective energy or directive energy, more focused, more intense, definitely leadership. And because this is emotions or intuition, this could be somebody who has advice for you on how to manage your emotions, how to cope with certain things. Um, where else? So this could be a counselor too that you're seeing. So if you're getting some counseling of some type from a male or somebody with definitely that masculine energy, this is someone who's going to help you figure out what your triggers are, why it took you so long, maybe, to make this change. Give you some additional insights into maybe your previous behavior. Why do you react that way? Why do you feel certain ways about things? And give you some tools or things to use to do some more introspection. Again, this person could do a deep dive too and really, really, really dredge up some things from your past, from your childhood, whatever it is, and help you process those and clear them out, clear that energy out of your body, if you will. This could also be a spiritual advisor in some way, but it feels like this is a conversation or information that really goes deep to help you gain understanding. And it doesn't feel like it may be attached to this, and maybe you're trying to understand why it took you that long, why you gave so many chances. And it's also going to help you gain confidence. Once you gain understanding, you can gain confidence here too. So an expert, a leader in this area, very trustworthy for you. And then in month, excuse me, 10, we have the Seven of Swords. So back into that swords energy, this time with the Seven of Swords. And what I feel a lot around this one, so this can be, it can indicate theft. It can also be um, leaving behind old beliefs, old thought patterns, old habits that get in the way of your success, get in the way of you moving forward. So I am feeling for the majority of you, that's what it is that this is a month where you're, and maybe as a result of meeting with this person, you're recognizing that these old habits, these old things, mantras, whatever they were, but they're negative, they're not positive things, get in the way of your success. They slow you down, they prevent you from moving forward. And you're like, okay, we can't have that anymore. We need to focus on the positive things, on the things that build us up, not the things that tear us down. So it's a shift in how in your thinking, letting go of the things that don't help, holding on to the things that do. Now for the theft part, this could have to do with make sure your passwords get updated here, preferably at the very beginning of the month, on social media platforms. This could also have to do with, is it anything else though? Somebody providing, excuse me, somebody providing some misleading information or trying to gaslight you. And I do say trying because it's not going to be a success. It definitely feels like they hit a dead end at a certain point, possibly because of the shift here in what you will and won't accept as far as beliefs or things like that. You're going to question. You are going to question now. You are not going to hold back on your questions. You're not going to feel guilty for asking questions. You want clarity and you want the details. And that's who you are and that's what you stand by. And you're going to let go of the guilt and the guilt trip that others may try to put on you. So that's month 7. Again, with the passwords though, maybe it's just a good reminder for you. Update those passwords. And then in month 11, we have the Two of Wands, planning for the future, planning that great next vacation, adventure. What is it you want to do next? What is your next creative project that you want to focus on? Creative endeavor, whatever that is for you. The Two of Wands is all about brainstorming and then coming up with that initial plan. Okay, this is what I want to do. How can we get there? This is the objective. What steps do we need to take to reach that? A month of planning, and you could be getting into the weeds in it. So you may really, really be enjoying yourself as you do this planning and thinking about the future. So it's optimistic and it's a little bit about like daydreaming a little bit. Don't try to shrink your dreams down here. Be bold with them. You can adjust as you go if you need to, but be bold, be brave. Venture forth kind of energy. And then in month 12, we have the Four of Cups. Now we started off with this 10 of Cups card on the back of the deck. And now we have the Four of Cups. This is indicating a sense of apathy. It's a 4. So you still have that solid foundation. But there's maybe a little boredom or apathy or, yeah, okay, those are beautiful cups before me. They look great, but it's always the same. I want to add something. I want to do something new. Maybe you're meeting new people and you're adding a friend to your group. Or you need to go out. So in order to resolve this apathy, this sense of meh, you need to take an action. You need to do something to emotionally connect with someone else or to bring a fresh sense of adventure, excitement, fun into your life. So this could be if you're going to if it's family thing, this could be maybe you never go to that rickety circus that comes into town. Maybe this year you go and just have fun. Eat the mini donuts and at least watch the different rides, do some people watching, do a little exploring. Maybe you go take a dance class, but do something different than you've ever done before. That just adds a little bit of excitement, fun. It's not the typical thing. You want to do something atypical this month, and enjoy it. Enjoy the experience for what it is, which is an experience, and brings you both together, or all of you together, in a new situation, in a new environment, and gives you new stories to tell. All right, that is what I have for you, Virgo Sun, Taurus Rising, for your year ahead. Please hit that like button and please hit subscribe to help me grow my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. And we are done.